This is our room, 812. It's got a refrigerator, cabinet, microwave, coffee maker. So we get away from the picture, it's got a glare on it. There's a picture. And this is what it looks like out of our living room window.
Washington Street.
Yeah, it's doom and gloom. This is Ogden, Utah, March 5th, 2014. You can't see the mountains because of the overcast. But there's a lot of buildings, like this one right here, that are vacant.
So it's Wells Fargo on it.
And we have a little desk right there, TV. We have an ottoman right here. Here's our walk-in closet. Turn the light on. Extra pillows and blankets. Those are the towels from the bathroom that we've already used. Ironing board with an iron. Here's the bathroom. It's the Hampton Inn, Ogden, Utah. There I am. And here's some pictures of whatever they are, decoration above the toilet.
It's Celtic art.
Celtic art, that's what it is. Celtic art. And here's a view from the bathroom window.
That's the Ogden Temple.
I don't even see, is that the Ogden Temple?
Yeah.
Let me zoom into it. And this is the Ogden Temple. I don't know if you can see it very well because there's rain on the window. Oop. I think this is on the corner of 24th and Washington. I think that's what it is. Let me see.
It's 22nd.
No, it's 24th.
We are, but the temple's on 22nd.
Oh. Who cares about the temple? But here's the office space. It's empty too. And here's the bathtub. It was a jacuzzi hot tub. It's 2 people. I think it has 6 jets total. They sat in there for about an hour today, this morning. It wasn't too bad.
For me to take a shower.
And here's the bedroom. I think it's either a queen or a king size bed.
King.
It's a king size bed. Give you this little desk, I guess it is, to write on. If you want to write a letter or whatever.
Put your laptop on.
Put your laptop on. I don't know what it's for. And there's a chair in here. And a desk with a TV, remote control. And here's the 2 views. Same view. This is a corner room. It's the a suite, Hampton suite. It sure looks like a gloomy day out there. It's terrible. I'm on vacation from Trans
Called
Systems.
it the honeymoon suite.
Is it a honeymoon suite? This is a honeymoon suite. How are you doing this morning? All right.
Yeah, it's here on the right.
Oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
Oh, coming the wrong. Where do we stay at? The 8th floor.
The one I was gonna have us stay at is the Ben Lomond right there on the other side.
Okay. Well, I wanted to get this one.
Yeah. So let me stay top floor. The one I was calling about that I've stayed at before is this It used to be called the Radisson, but it's the Ben Lomond now. Right here. It's really nice. Are you for hire? Are you for hire?
We can be, yeah.
We have to find parking.
There's parking right there.
All right.
Uh-oh. Shut that off.
So,
Okay.
have you done a carriage ride before? Do you
No.
know what? Oh,
We have it.
well, we have a tour that will take about a half an hour.
Okay.
Go around Temple Square, or we could do one around downtown. Either one of those would be $40.
Okay. Very good.
Is it okay if we film it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We better get going because we're in everybody's way.
So, would you prefer the Temple Square or the downtownish?
We want to do both. We want to go everywhere.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, if we do both, that's going to take about an hour, and that will be $80.
That's fine.
Okay, I will let them know that I'm doing that, and you found the blankets. That's good.
You want to do it for an hour?
Yep.
Okay.
As long as you remember where our car is. You got an hour's worth of tape?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewind it.
Why?
I've just picked up an hour here at North Temple and West Temple. So Brad and Eileen have gone ahead and gone in. I'll just stay in touch with you, okay? All right. Welcome. Actually, for an hour, we can even go up into some of the early old homes.
Oh, good deal.
And swing around downtown. So how familiar, by the way, my name's Mary Beth.
I'm Shannon.
Way up here is Jet.
Okay. I'm Shannon and this is Tim.
What brings you to Salt Lake?
He has a business, but he does some videographer and puts it on
Okay.
YouTube.
All right. So we'll be famous from that.
Yeah.
Yes, in my butt. We'll be famous.
There you go.
Are you familiar with Salt Lake, or would you like me to tell you about it?
Yeah, you can tell us about stuff.
I haven't been here forever.
Okay, this building on my left is called the Conference Center. The LDS Church has a big international conference twice a year. This building, I believe, seats 23,000, which is not near enough space. They still have other locations where people can watch it on television. Up on the top, there's 4.5 acres of rooftop gardens.
Wow.
It would be worth coming back in about a month or two and looking at when the flowers are blooming.
It's a good show.
Pardon? Oh, yeah.
Temple. About 40 years to build. The stones weigh on average 3,000 pounds, a ton and a half. And originally they were brought here by an ox cart from a quarry 20 miles away,
Wow.
which means it would probably take a day and another day to get back. And I'm assuming 3,000 pounds, they probably handled one stone at a time. Part of the reason it may have taken 40 years to build.
I wonder how many ox carts.
I don't know how many, that's a good point. And then eventually they did put in a rail line, and that did speed things up a little bit, right?
No, what's that hotel? That's the it used to be Hotel Beehive? Or
It used to be the
Hotel Utah. Yeah.
And as we come around the front of it, if I tell you about it now, I'll have nothing to say when we
Oh,
get
okay.
outside.
Right. I have a cup of the Hotel Utah. I have a cup.
What's that?
I have a cup from the Hotel Utah.
Do you really?
I do.
Well, keep that. That's a collector's item now.
Oh, is it?
Because Hotel Utah does not exist.
See, your family made a cup in, what was it?
My family came over with Brigham Young.
Really?
Yes.
So how did your Hotel Utah. Does that connect with that?
No.
My grandma was in orchestra who played in the hotels
Got it.
for the ballrooms. Yeah. And my one of my relatives made the first approved cup by Brigham Young for the tabernacle sacrament.
Ah. History Library. Joseph Smith's original writings are on display there. And that is all open to the public slightly earlier in the evening. This is the Women's Relief Society Center. And then this tall building in front of us is the church office building. It's 28 stories tall and until about 2 years ago has always been the tallest building in Salt Lake City. On the 26th floor on the east and west side, there are observation platforms, which again, during business hours, you're welcome to go up and take a look. You should not, however, take a parachute with you.
Oh.
About 4 summers ago, a couple of young ladies jumped off of there. And they succeeded, they were fine, but it made people just a little bit cranky.
Yeah.
So, they blocked them because of the cameras in the elevator.
Will we be going up to the top?
Go up there, no, it's still too steep. We'll go. When we cross this road, you'll have a very nice shot of the cabin.
Okay. Well, let us know, okay?
So this light right here,
Uh-huh.
you'll be looking left as you
All right.
cross that road.
Okay. Yeah, that's why we came at night, is because we wanted to shoot it at night.
My Burley, Idaho story is that my folks live up in Montana until you get on I-15 and you go north for 600 miles. Tape were very interesting and there was some road construction and so we had to take a detour and the book on tape had my total attention and I got distracted and the next thing I knew, I was in Burley. There was a 100-mile detour.
There you go.
There you go. Well, at least you got to see something.
There you can see it through the trees.
Okay. That's how we get a lot of our tourists come through. We trick them. Put the road construction sign out.
Turn left, you could look right.
It's going to take a lot of editing through this. I think most of it's going to be dark.
What's that?
Most of my filming is going to be dark.
Well, we're getting into the city lights,
Yeah.
so it'll show it better.
That's a lot better.
there to the left. You go up that just about half a block, which we're not going to do. It's even darker there. There's an old pioneer cemetery,
Oh.
and that is where Brigham Young's tombstone is.
Mm.
So that might be something interesting to walk by tomorrow. Sunshine.
What's the name of that road? State?
This is state that we're on. That would be, I don't know. We'll find out in half a second what it's called. Between North and South Temple.
It would be like number 1 or something, huh? First Street?
Well, they're calling it, it's like First Ave.
First Avenue?
Yeah, that's probably what it
I
is.
just know it's between North and South Temple.
Probably First Avenue.
And there's a nice picture. You want me to slow down for a sec?
Yeah.
Jet.
There we go. Okay.
And we got that hotel in there too.
What's that?
The Hotel Utah. That's historic.
Okay.
That's not much for standing around.
Yeah.
Salt Lake Dream Team.
Barely see the Eagle Gate that we're going to go under. That's a replica of what was at the entrance to Brigham Young's property.
Right, there used to be a Brigham Young statue that they moved, didn't they?
We'll see that too.
Okay.
And this is where he lived. This is called the Beehive House.
Okay.
This is where he had his offices, and one of his wives lived with him in this home.
Oh,
and
wow.
then we'll go right past the Lion House where the rest of the wives and children live.
Okay.
That's a big home.
What's that?
That's big, isn't it?
It is. And this is the smaller of the two in terms of occupation.
What's that? We'll have to go through here tomorrow in the daytime. Yeah.
And we know this is the Beehive House because they put a beehive on top of it.
Yeah.
And this is something that's open for tours during the daytime. In case you're still running out of ideas for things to do.
Okay.
And then here's this last house with the lion up there. That's the Lion House. That's where the rest of the wives and children lived. Brigham Young died in this house in 1877. And they had a dining room table that would seat 70.
Wow.
If you look down here, you'll see it's a 3-story house. And you can see just
How long
quite
it
a
is?
bit bigger than it looks from the front.
Right.
Yeah. It's a huge house.
And then this is the administration building where the Quorum of the 12 have their offices. And here is what is now known as the Joseph Smith Memorial Building. This was the Hotel Utah until 1987.
Right, and they have a lot of stuff up in there, right? Like the pictures of the...
Well, they have a
think
statue of Joseph Smith in there.
Right, I think I've been in here.
And if you look right back there on the far back corner, Jet Cove, are the trees in your way? Can you see the far back corner?
Yeah.
Huh.
Step up just a little more, Jet. Not the top floor, but the second to top floor. See what looks like an external air conditioner box with a hole cut in the side of it?
I don't know. Okay, well, yeah.
Okay, that is a peregrine falcon nest.
Oh, wow.
And they're not there right now. They just come in the spring and lay their eggs and sit on them until the fledglings hatch. Or till
Is this the
hatchlings
building that has
fledge.
the big pictures, right? The big pictures of all the presidents.
I don't know. I can't see it from the outside. Is that a fair answer?
Well, I thought this was the one that had the big
Two
chandeliers.
restaurants on the top, the roof in the garden restaurant.
Because it has the big chandeliers in it.
Big chandelier, yes.
And this is where we took a picture of my grandma playing.
Oh,
Into
yeah,
the
there
big
is a nice
ballroom.
piano in there.
'Cause it had the big ballroom. It has the big chandeliers in it. And we showed it to them. It had the big chandeliers and...
Were they big like this, the ones you're seeing? Or
Yeah.
Another room. And then just over in the corner there is the Joseph Smith. He's kind of hiding behind the
And
pillar.
they've got like
See it?
A brass statue?
No, it's a white statue.
Yeah. This is one of the places we went. Yeah.
You've been in there before?
It's supposed to
Yeah.
have been built in San Francisco. This building. They had the materials pouring in there in 1906 when they had the big earthquake.
Oh, that's what I wanted to get was a trolley.
But you could go to the top of this building and see the church and look down. Yeah. I've been in this building.
That's because they have the restaurant up there.
Yeah, you can go to the top and look down. And have this building and look down.
Here's the statue of Brigham Young that they moved. It used to be in the center of the intersection when this was a street. It used to be Main Street continued.
Right. In the top corner, we went in the top corner and we looked down on the temple right there.
Uh-huh.
You can look and get a top view of it. It's really cool. And there's a big fountain. There's a big fountain in here.
And there, a little pillar is the center of all our addresses. That's 00 on every
Ground zero, yeah.
something east-west and something north-south of that
Yeah.
spot.
Uh-huh.
That's Charles Savage's bust. He was the founder of Old Folks' Day, which didn't have a specific date, but for a period of about 75 years, he and his friends would gather their friends and they'd get all the elderly in town and take them for an outing. And remember I said that the church office building has been the tallest?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, this new condo is 32 stories, I believe.
What's
so.
the name of that?
The new condo?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it's called. It might be called 99 South Temple,
Oh,
because that's its address. I honestly don't know if it
Yeah.
has a name. But this is all part of the mall that we're going to kind of circle it.
Okay.
as we-
Right. Now, did you say this is church property, the mall?
It is. They built it.
They what?
They built it. They own it. Back when the recession was at its worst, this took 4 or 5 years to build, and they had people working that whole
Yeah,
time.
because did they take the skywalk down too? They
Nope.
took this.
We're going to go under that on the
Okay.
way.
All right. See, there's a big pond over here somewhere, a blue pond by the
See
church.
where the two eagles, I guess they're seagulls, really. That
Right
is a
there.
pillar, and there's a pond around that.
Yeah, there's a blue pond and it has a water fountain. It's really pretty in the summer. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember what building the Chris source is in.
It's in the North Visitor Center. Right. This is the south, and that would be the north. And then this is the Assembly Hall. And we're actually just going to make a little U-turn so that we can go the other way. We can't make a left here.
Yeah, I haven't been here since 2010.
And then on the way back to the car, we'll see a few other things.
Okay.
so how long has this City Creek Mall been open?
I think it's just 2 years.
2 years?
Possibly 3, but I think it's 2.
Last time I was here was 2010.
Okay, and it wasn't open then.
No, that's last time I was over here and saw the Chris source and they were church property. That's why I'm kind of having a big memory.
I'm going to show you how a carriage horse makes a left turn in a low left-hand turn zone. Really? Are you serious? I'm serious. And
You did good.
I'm not sure if you can do that in your car or not, but we get away with it.
What's that red thing over there?
That is a glass sculpture that I was going to tell you about when you can see it better.
Okay.
The city commissioned that when we had the 2002 Winter Olympics. It's a hand-blown glass sculpture. You may have heard of it. Walk on. He's going to call him a Dale Ciaculli.
I haven't heard of it.
In the glass blowing world, that's 1,100 pieces of hand-blown glass. So there's a tree in there with 1,100 arms, and each of those snaking things was brought here and that was assembled by sliding them onto the arms.
Well, how cool that is. You see it?
And this is probably the best time of day for this.
I'd like to get a closer picture of that.
I'm zooming in on it.
relatives conducted here.
Yeah.
So in 2002, when the Olympics were here, this place was nuts, wasn't it?
In a good way. In a really good way. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Too much traffic.
Volunteering at the time with one of the International Olympic Committee vice presidents.
Uh-huh.
So I had a lot of perks.
Yeah.
I got to.
Oh, there you go.
You know, I worked hard, but I also got to sit in the VIP sections and
Oh.
got to go through the short lines for the security.
Uh-huh.
So I may have a slightly jaded view of how wonderful it was. This is kind of new.
But I remember the road construction. I remember the traffic. I remember. That's the bad stuff, I guess. I remember.
Is there
I had
anything on
fun.
show right now?
The Utah Museum of Contemporary Art, I don't. It's, as far as I know, it's free. You ought to just go and check it out. There's
It's
not
free?
a lot there. I think so. Whenever I've been in it, it was free. I don't ever remember having a large display of anything.
Okay. No one person's work. Huh?
You might want to go up to the university. We have a pretty new Museum of Natural History
Yeah.
that they just opened 3 or 4 years ago, the new building, and it's
No,
pretty
I
awesome.
saw a sign that they have somebody displaying something.
I think the last time I was there, they had a dinosaur show at one time.
Well, they still have dinosaur parts.
At the University of Utah. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
And they've moved it. It used to be on the campus, and now it's kind of up behind it.
Yeah, I've been there before.
The Salt Palace was here when you were here, right?
Yeah. I've never been to the other one. What's it called? Not the Salt Palace. What's this?
Salt Palace Convention Center.
Oh.
Remember the first Salt Palace was out by the Great Salt Lake long ago.
Oh.
It used to be like a dome though, wasn't it?
Right. And that's how it got its name. Because they would spray it with salt water from the Great Salt Lake, which would crystallize. And they had another one where the jazz, I think the jazz played there.
Yeah.
And then they eventually built a whole new arena for them.
Like the windmills, right? Yeah. And they have another one, Saltaire. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh, you said that when we get up to our car, we're right by where that place is, right?
Correct. Oh, you're staying at the Peary.
Right.
Peary, I guess it's Peary. The Peary, how many E's are in it?
2?
Two.
Peary, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you pronounce it either.
It's French, I believe.
Is it? I was reading about the guy that built it.
It looks old, but it looks fancy. Is it as nice on the inside
Well,
as it
they
looks?
well, you know, the bones are old,
Okay.
so they've got like Tempur-Pedic beds in it,
Oh,
and newer furniture in the rooms, but you know, it's got like
something classic.
yeah,
The elevator squeaks like it probably did 100 years ago.
yeah,
I think stairs.
you know,
Yeah.
but you know, the wood's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's painted over.
Nice.
They've got nice cherry wood. Everything's kind of cherry wood, and they have a jet tub, you know.
What
Say-
kind of tub?
Jet tub. They've
Oh,
updated. They've updated it a little bit, you know. In fact, I don't know of it. Probably any hotels that probably have those old sunken tubs. You know, those old-fashioned ones.
With the coffee.
Yeah. I'll just bet you there's a few people would probably rent just because they have those tubs. So this is the other. Oh, you're gonna show me where the skywalk is, right?
We're going to actually go right under it.
Oh, okay. Well, there's the Olive Garden right there. That's a pretty good picture. So where's a good place to eat for breakfast in the morning?
Wow. I'm never down. I'm sleeping at breakfast time. I work at night. I think we can ask your concierge.
Oh,
No?
we don't want to be pointed to a $200 meal.
Tell him that.
We just want eggs. And,
There's a den. The JB is right up there on the corner. I mean, that would.
yeah, there you go.
What's the steakhouse that we just ate at? What was it called?
It was called Christopher Ruth or
Ruth's
Christopher.
Chris?
Yeah.
Would they suggest that you go?
No, it's just the
That's
one.
where she wanted to go.
It was one across. I wanted steak, and it was one across the street. But we didn't know it was a $200 place.
Yeah, I think your potato's going to cost you,
$9.
and your pat of butter is going to cost you extra.
The steak was like 50.
Yeah, it's
Every little item was.
pricey little place.
The steak was 50, and every other item was $10 a piece.
You don't have to spend that much to do it.
Well, it's a once in a lifetime thing. We enjoyed it.
Have you done this yet, or are you planning on it?
We already did.
We just finished tonight.
Was
No.
it good? Was
I'm
it worth
Oh,
stuffed.
it was good.
it? That's all that matters. It's good.
And then we decided to do our once in a lifetime carriage thing.
Once in a lifetime.
You never know.
I do one in Vegas, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do one in Vegas too.
Okay. Now, you see this flashing
Maybe
sign
we'll
up
do a
here
helicopter.
that says Walker Center?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Walker
You
Center.
can see Walker, and trust me, the other half says Center.
Uh huh.
That's our barometer. So when it's flashing off and on blue like that, it means we'll have cloudy skies.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
does it?
If it was a solid blue, it would predict clear skies. A solid
How many
red
people
predicts
in
rain.
how many people in the city actually know that?
I don't. All the carriage drivers know.
Oh.
Okay, well,
And
there
then
you
my
go.
carriage knows.
Okay, that's
And
good.
then a flashing red predicts snow.
When
Oh.
it's what? Red?
Flashing red. Solid red is rain, and flashing red is snow.
So it's for the barometric pressure? Is that what it is?
Somebody has to flip a switch, I'm sure.
Yeah. There we go.
And this is the Capitol Theater, which they're adding a new
Wow, that's
addition for
pretty.
Ballet West to rehearse in.
How pretty that is.
This used to be an old vaudeville house,
Oh, cool.
and then it was a movie theater. But now the opera,
nice.
ballet perform here,
There's
as
a little
well as
bee
the
on it.
Broadway shows.
Put a little bee on top of it.
Uh-huh. A lot of people don't know the barometric pressure. The average is 29.92.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I probably won't know that tomorrow either.
Probably not. But I had to memorize that. But it's backwards the same as forwards 29.92.
Is the UPS store always open?
What's that?
Is that UPS store always open?
I imagine it closes at night. Although I don't know, it's got mailboxes, doesn't it? I don't know.
Well, it looks like it's on. The lights are on.
If you were staying at this Hotel Monaco and you were to get lonely, they would bring a pet to your room.
Wow.
It's a goldfish,
Oh.
but
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. I was cruising it, but everybody was full. I tried to book a hotel for tonight. Everybody
were
was
full.
full. Oh yeah.
there's some patio and barbecue show going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the Perry was like our last hope.
I think it would be kind of a classic place to stay.
Yeah. And it had a jet tug, so well,
And it had a what?
a jet tug.
That was your main goal?
Yeah.
Hot tub,
Yeah.
jacuzzi, or whatever
Had
it
to
is.
relax. Yeah.
Now, is this a special vacation you're taking, or just?
No. When I looked at one of them and I asked, I said, do you have the walk around the park or whatever, coupons or whatever? And they said no. I said, oh. I said, are the carriages out? And they said, we don't know.
Okay, what's the trolley called? Just the trolley, or what is it?
No, this is a trap.
I know, but
The trans or something?
what is it? What's it
I
called?
don't know. We just call it tracks. TRAX.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
tracks.
don't know if it stands for something.
Okay.
Now we're on Main Street, and this long ago was known as Whiskey Street. Back long ago, it was loaded with bars, probably the turn of the century.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then the street that goes in front of the temple, which we'll be on again, used to be called Brigham Street.
So now they just kind of have restaurants, huh?
For the most part, it's actually coming alive again, although they're still doing more.
Just that one street today was called what? Apostate?
Oh, really?
Was it? Or what was it called?
I don't know.
Remember I told you? I said, look at that.
This tall building here is the Kearns building. And Mr. Kearns was pretty wealthy. He owned the Silver King mine up in Park City.
Yeah.
He also owned the Salt Lake Tribune. Well, if you'll notice, on the second story, there's lights held up on carved pillars. You see the face on each of those pillars?
Oh, yeah.
That was Mr. Kearns' daughter, Helen.
Oh.
And I read somewhere that she died when she was about 12. I think it might have been the influenza epidemic. I'm not sure. He was away on a business trip. At that time, took a while because you had to take the train.
Here's your pub.
What is it?
Beer Hive.
I don't even drink beer.
See, it says Beer Hive.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
So
I know
there's
you
still
don't.
quite a few bars here in this area?
They're getting more.
They're getting more.
It works, but now they're kind of, it's changing again.
I know you don't drink beer, but I was just thought it was
Performing
cute.
Arts Center. This is where the Broadway plays will come. They're tearing down some really gorgeous building to build another gorgeous building.
Oh my God.
I hate when they do that.
Now you see this clock over here on the left, this four-sided clock?
Yeah.
Originally, when this was an old west town, City Creek ran through town, and that clock was water-powered.
Oh, wow.
And then this Zion's First National Bank, it's the very first Zion's First National Bank. This
Wow.
was the building. Good boy, Jet, you are such a smart horse. I'm not going to get close. Just going to stand back. Interesting gentleman. Jet says, we don't need to get close. Look how the light changes.
Oh.
Now can you see over my head where it says creek? And there's the skywalk between the two halves of the mall.
So is this a trolley or trans or whatever?
One of the
Yeah.
traction cars,
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to film.
And where does it go from where to where? Here it is, it's right
all
there.
the way down to
He
Sandy.
wants to film this, one of these cars.
You can go to the airport and the university. So the new mall is actually both sides of the street.
Also, we don't do
What's that?
we don't do as big as New York and have a lot of those, right?
Pretty sure it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I was in Manhattan in September. There's no way we will ever.
Here's it says UTH.
Yeah, I saw that.
So the mall has two sides,
Uh-huh.
east and west, and there's your sky bridge in between the two sides.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's got the name of it.
So how much does this mall cost to make?
Somebody
anybody-
other than I will have to tell you that. I don't have a clue.
A lot.
Billions, in the billions. I'm
Billions,
sure.
yeah.
Now, can you see the dome?
Yeah.
The arched roof?
Yeah.
That telescope. So right now it's closed because it was raining today. If we have a sunny day, it'll be all open on the inside.
Oh.
So they have that option every day, whether it's an indoor or an outdoor mall.
And what kind of restaurants do they have in here?
There's a few here. There's a cheesecake factory.
Oh, that's what
and,
she had tonight was cheesecake.
Like $20.
They have really good food there too. I think they have a Brazilian grill. There is a food court.
Uh-huh.
Now this you might want to film. This is the original steel facade from 1868
Oh, wow.
on the ZCMI Center. When they did the mall, they took it down and put it in storage, and then they brought it back and reassembled it and re-gilded it, and it's kind of nice.
Uh-huh. 1868, yeah. It's beautiful.
And are these office buildings or condos?
This is
Some
a
of both.
good-
These are condos or apartments, I'm not sure which, and then offices here. If you want to move to Salt Lake, you could get an apartment or a condo here. Right in the downtown.
I think that's never happened.
I can't see somebody moving from Burley to live in a downtown in anywhere.
No, me. That's what I was saying today. She wanted to move here. I said, okay, go for it.
Lady likes the country living too much.
I like to get somewhere in 10 minutes, no matter where you want to go.
No, I guess we should wait here. We'll wait for the next light. We're going to give you another chance at Brigham Young. He's kind of
This is
fading into the
building
sky
here.
right there.
This is the Joseph,
Okay.
Joseph Memorial.
We'll have to film this tomorrow because I can't. It's kind of dark.
Oh yeah, that's that Joseph Brigham Young
Statue.
huh?
Yeah. Because it used to be in front of the temple, right, at one time?
It used to be right in the middle.
In the middle of this intersection.
Right, and
That
they moved it
plaza was actually part of Main Street.
Oh, it used to be right here.
in the middle, and then nobody
Oh.
could like.
We have to go around.
It impeded traffic,
I see.
so they ended up moving it. And is this here for the Olympics there?
No.
Okay.
The Olympic thing is up by the university, the big field, football field. That's where the opening and closing ceremonies were held.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can actually take the tracks pretty close to it.
Oh.
Might be better than trying to find parking.
Yeah.
Just hop on tracks down here on the university line and go up there.
The Blue Lemon.
Huh?
It's called the Blue Lemon. What a name, huh?
It's a restaurant. I've only eaten there once. It seemed kind of like it's a little modernish kind of food.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't bad.
It's
Maybe a-
contemporary.
what's that? Thank you. Nouvelle cuisine. I
Yeah.
believe is the word.
Yeah.
Oh. Right through there, you can't see it now, but there's a fountain at the end, right in front of the Nordstrom store.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what time of day it starts, but every hour at the top of the hour, it does a little music and water show.
Oh.
Designed by the people who did the Bellagio in Las Vegas.
Oh, cool.
It's not near as big as that, but it's still kind of fun if you're here.
Yeah.
And then at night, after dark, there's fire involved in that too.
Oh, like the Mirage?
Well, I don't know.
Isn't it the Mirage?
See this? So this has water and fire and music all choreographed together. On a much smaller scale than anything in Las Vegas.
Yeah, here's the JVC.
And your hotel is right down, this is called West Temple, and you're down at 300, so it'd be 3 blocks from your hotel to Davies.
We had to do turn again?
What's that?
He's doing
No,
a big
this time we're heading to your car.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about it, though. I want to film your horse before I leave, too.
Okay, no problem. This building here on the left is the genealogy library,
Okay.
and then the one across from it is that Pioneer Museum.
Okay.
That may be the one you were talking about.
Yeah, it has a lot of artifacts in it. And,
Mormon artifacts,
yeah.
I think that would be the one, specific to the Mormon pioneers.
Yeah, I've been to that before.
Yeah.
And then here,
Did they have hair in there that
Tabernacle.
was braided? Or is that the Women's Pioneer Museum?
Oh.
Well, it has a lot of photos, and it has a lot of.
I think it's probably free. You could go in and find out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Have you been in there before?
It costs
I haven't.
to go in it.
Oh, you haven't. Have you been in there?
The horse, they won't let us in together.
Yeah.
Tabernacle. Or,
See, here says the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's what I was talking about.
oh, that's down by the library. You know, we did go see that. It's very expensive, and it
Not worth
wasn't
it.
as wonderful as I thought it would be. It's a lot of old pottery, mostly.
Oh.
Oh,
It's if you're short on time, that's one thing I wouldn't
yeah, we're short
push
on
in.
time.
Right.
I don't want to disillusion you, but
Yeah.
it's
Right.
not as great as I'd hoped.
They had they showed. Yeah, I think this is it. It was a big, giant building.
But do they have, like the women pioneers? that braided their hair and they keep samples of it?
They braided into their family things. Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that this place?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in there.
I'm actually dropping at the car now at West Temple and North Temple, so I'm very close. The reason I'm parking on here instead of by your car is he'll stand still better
Oh yeah.
if he's got a car in front of him.
What's his name? Jake?
Jet.
Oh, Jet. And how old is he?
I don't know how old he is. Not terribly old. Probably in his early teens would be my guess.
Logan Canyon?
No, this is Ogden.
Ogden Canyon? Or not?
This is South Ogden. What are you honking for?
Because you're stopping at a green light.
Well, I haven't been down this road before, so I'm trying to figure it out. This used to be 2 lanes.
These people want to pass you, I can tell already.
Stay here because where we gotta go.
I bait there.
Those red trees are.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna make you famous, but I can't make you rich.
That clock thing right there's no idea. Oh, the jet one.
Weed smoker.
It's going over to the microbrewery. Yeah, see, there's the Kokomo Club.